Newsline, 1 hour of major happenings about Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the world. Today is Tuesday, the 20th day of January 2026, and I'm Alexandra. I'm not presenting. Job creation tops ongoing discussion at second MCC Compact consultation in Monroeville. Foreign Minister Sarah Beslow Yanti leads High Power Liberian delegation to a World Economic Forum in Switzerland. Armed forces of Liberia barricades 72nd Military Barracks amid 14-day evacuation notice to illegal occupants. And away from home, Uganda's opposition leader Bobby Wine says he will not contest the results of Thursday's election in court. These stories, the news bulletin sports, the news in simple English and French, plus our foreign developments are packaged for you on this edition of Newsline. But first, Hassan Kel says the pace with the news bulletin.
Many thanks. Government and the Millennium Challenge Corporation of the United States government have concluded the second MCC Compact consultations in Monrovia. The consultations brought together heads of government ministries, agencies, and commissions and department partners, including the visiting MCC team. Addressing the forum on Tuesday, the Director General of the Liberia Institute for Statistics and Geoinformation Services, Richard Ngafwan, called for interagency collaborations in the development of the second MCC Compact.
Yes, it will be relevant for the MPC, the NLP, the labor, first, what becoming one, two, give to concessions to smaller businesses to track one, number of jobs, available number of jobs, the job creation, the job losses, with three given period of time.
And let's just boss reminded the development partners about the cabinet endorsed the National Employment Acceleration Strategy with focus on collecting data on the number of Liberians gaining employment quarterly. Under the employment strategy, Mr. Gafon said the private sector, especially small business, remains vital to job creation. Foreign Minister Sarah Beslow-Yanti is leading the country's official participation at the World Economic Forum's annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland. Liberia's presence at the World Economic Forum followed months of sustained engagements with a high-level outreach led by Foreign Ministry to secure Liberia's entry into the world's premier economic forum. Liberia's delegation includes Finance Minister Augustine Gafon and the National Investment Commission Chairman Jeff Blibo. According to the release, Liberia's participation underscores a coordinated whole-of-government economic diplomacy strategy led by the Foreign Ministry. It said Liberia's engagement at the Davos meeting, sponsored by Foreign Policy Magazine and other partners, will feature invitation-only roundtable on the future of Liberia, global partnerships, and economic diplomacy. The 56th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum, held under the theme "A Spirit of Dialogue," convenes nearly 3,000 participants from all over 130 countries. The Armed Forces of Liberia has begun barricading its 72nd barracks ahead of the 14-day ultimatum, giving illegal occupants to leave the property. The Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Davidson Follett, told Elbc on Tuesday that the platoon was deployed in the early hours of the morning to begin construction of the fence around the barracks. General Follett said the AFL engineers will barricade the army portion of the land, that is about 13 acres. The Army Chief of Staff also outlined a series of illegal activities at the 72nd Barracks, including power theft, drug abuse, and other violent acts, among others.
The city there, illegal connections, no meter at the first thing. And that place is so much toxic with a lot of crime. How people are looking at it, that's a drugs in that general area. Everybody, we got to get those people out there. These are our own people, but we have to. Some got succeeded and they were leaving. With the drugs, people were leaving, but the politician brought them back. And today we cannot continue like that. And that's why Mr. President is keen on it.
General Follett also highlighted the importance of the housing units as the Army prepares to undertake a massive recruitment exercise. He maintained that there will be no grace period because the army has had a series of engagements with residents since 2013 to vacate the premises but have failed to live up to their terms of the agreement. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission (LACC) has confirmed the arrest of two indicted individuals from the Monrovia Consolidated School System (MCSS) on allegation of corruption. They are Cabinet Keita, insurance broker, and Madam Soncha Dangan, Director of Curriculum Development and Instruction at the MCSS. The arrests follow their criminal indictments by the Grand Jury of Criminal Court C. According to a release, Mr. Keita and Madam Dangan are being charged with money laundering, bribery, and criminal conspiracy. The LACC said both defendants under the jurisdiction of Criminal Court C in keeping with the due process of law. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission says it is taking the necessary steps in collaboration with the court to ensure that all defendants are given speedy, fair, and transparent trial. Meanwhile, the two individuals have been declared wanted by the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. They are Dr. Roland Clark, former Executive Director of the National Center for Coordination of Response Mechanism, and Peter Nyenebo, former Coordinator of Response Mechanism. Dr. Clark and Nyenebo are facing criminal charges, including economic sabotage or fraud on the internal revenue of Liberia, theft or illegal disbursement and expenditure of public money, misuse of public money, property or record, and theft of property. Other charges are criminal conspiracy and criminal facilitation. They are declared criminal court C to answer to charges contained in an indictment. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission is urging the public to respect due process and allow the judicial process to proceed accordingly. It said those with relevant information may assist the lawful authorities to cooperate with the appropriate institutions. Information Minister Jeremy Pia has clarified reports that the 2026 national budget has not been approved. Recently, there are reports that the president, rather than signing the budget, returned the budget to members of the legislature. But addressing the Minister of Information press briefing Tuesday, Minister Pia disclosed that the national budget was signed by President Boakai and it is now a workable instrument for 2026.
Returned the budget to the national legislature, which in a way meant that he would have vetoed the budget. The information is not true, and the actual truth is we have an approved national budget for this fiscal year.
Mr. Pia said it is 1 year budget that will be used to push the country's national development, including the payment of civil servant salaries. The Information Ministry boss said that amidst media reports that President Boakai has returned the 2026 national fiscal budget to the legislature. At the same time, the government of Liberia is set to reintroduce road maintenance zones across the country as part of a broader strategy to improve road conditions and support economic growth. Information Minister Jeremy Pia disclosed that the initiative aligns with President Boakai's call for people-centered infrastructure development. Mr. Pia said the plan involves the deployment of new road maintenance machinery to service thousands of kilometers of unpaved roads nationwide.
Production of the maintenance zone is what informed the purchase of these yellow machines. So we have determined what each zone will constitute.
According to the minister, Liberia currently has more than 13,000 kilometers of unpaved roads, with over 1,500 kilometers already earmarked for machine-based maintenance across 5 zones. He said the road maintenance activities will initially cover 3 counties, including Grand Cape Mount, where 1,639 kilometers are expected to be serviced. Mr. Pia noted that the reintroduction of maintenance zones is expected to ensure routine upkeep, reduce road deterioration, and improve access to communities. Meanwhile, Information Minister Jeremy Pia has announced major infrastructure and economic development initiatives, including road paving projects, public transportation expansion, and agro-processing development zones. Minister Pia said the government plans to pave more than 13,000 kilometers of paved roads across the country to support economic growth and connectivity. The Information Minister reaffirmed government's commitment to infrastructure-driven development as a pathway to national growth and improved livelihoods. He also disclosed that the National Transit Authority has procured 20 additional minibuses and 5 cargo trucks to enhance public transport service. At the same time, Information Minister Jeremy Pia says government will continue strengthening institutional branding and public outreach to improve communication with citizens. He said enhanced communication will help build trust between government and the public while ensuring national development initiatives receive the visibility they deserve. Addressing the Ministry of Information press briefing Tuesday, Minister Pia emphasized that the ministries and agencies must present a unified and professional image that reflects transparency and accountability. The Information Minister maintained that the government remains firm in keeping citizens informed through accurate, timely, and people-centered communication. Nigerian national Prince Okeke has been charged with multiple offenses, including drug trafficking in Magibi County. Suspect Okeke was also charged with unlicensed trafficking of illicit substances, criminal conspiracy, and facilitation by the 13th Judicial Circuit Court on Monday. Our correspondent said the suspect was arrested last year following a series of investigations conducted by the police. According to our correspondent, suspect Okeke, who is behind bars at the Kakata police station, is expected to be sentenced soon. The Liberian government has dedicated 5 modern agri-market halls in Nimba County. The projects were constructed by the Ministry of Agriculture under the Rural Economic Transformative Project, RETRAP. According to speaking during dedication of the facilities, Agriculture Minister Dr. Alexander Newton charged marketers in Nimba County to take ownership of the market buildings. Mr. Newton noted that government will not take maintenance responsibility of the facilities if citizens of Nimba County refuse to do so. He wants Nimba County Marketing Association to work along with marketers and local authorities in the county to properly manage the newly dedicated market facilities. Meanwhile, Minister Newton has extended government's sincere gratitude to the World Bank for its unflinching support to the Liberian people. At the same time, dozens of market women in Nimba County are commending the Liberian government and partners for the construction and dedication of 5 modern market halls in the county. The 5 market halls were constructed in Tapeta, Kadwe, Saklipie, Frompa, and Ganta by government with support from the World Bank. The facilities were constructed under the Rural Economic Transformative Project RETRAP, aimed at creating conducive environment for marketers in Nimba County. Speaking at the dedicatory ceremony in Saklipie, a representative of Frompa Market Association, Dorothy Yene, described the initiative as the break of a new dawn for marketers in Nimba County. Madam Yene wants government extend similar infrastructure development to the rest of the counties to help improve the lives of market women in Liberia. He believes effort, when achieved, will not just empower market women across the country, will also contribute hugely to the revenue envelope of Liberia. Chinese ambassador to Liberia Yen Chen-Wu says the China-Liberia bong mines is advancing the project implementation, setting a model for win-win cooperation between both countries. Ambassador Yin assured workers of the company about management's commitment to work safely, adhering to laws and regulations, and fulfilling its social responsibilities. The Chinese ambassador made the commitment when he paid a visit to the China-Liberia bong mines project site. He said the bong mines project has employed a total of 560 Liberian nationals and is creating significant local employment opportunities and contributing positively to community development. A statement from the Chinese embassy says, as part of the visit, Chinese Ambassador Ying inspected the production lines, the port area, and other facilities, engaged in exchanges in online and on-site personnel. Meanwhile, the company's representative expressed appreciation for the ambassador's visit, noting that the company will carry out all aspects of its work and ensure high quality and efficient production. The Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority has turned over the Special Agro-Processing Zone project site for onward construction in Grambassa County. A release said the ceremony marked a major milestone in government's efforts to improve agro-industrial development in Liberia. The project, which is being funded by the African Development Bank, is expected to be completed in 18 months. The release said, upon completion, the project will create jobs, unlock investment opportunities, and add value to agricultural production. Meanwhile, the executive chairperson of the Liberia Special Economic Zone Authority, Prince Ray, expressed or described the turnover as a major shift from planning to implementation. The ceremony was attended by Senate Pro Tem Yomi Kanga Lawrence and other top officials of government. And the Emirates Hospital Administration in Bapulu County has warned citizens of the county to refrain from politicizing the activities of the hospital. Mambutu Moore, the hospital administrator, said the group of women had been appealing to Health Minister Dr. Louis Porto for the removal of the current acting county health officer, which he termed as political. According to him, the women of the county have made the protests a habit whenever a new appointment is made in the center. He spoke highly against such interference in the county health sector to an extent of women groups holding press conferences to effect change they want. And that's the end of the bulletin. Back to Alexandra.
The news bulletin is a regular feature on Newsline, has some of the calculated with foreign development. As we have heard in the news, preparations of the second MCC compact have begun with intense consultations among government agencies and the Millennium Challenge Corporation of the United States government. These consultations are bringing together heads of government ministries, agencies, and commissions and development partners, including the visiting MCC team. Addressing the second compact consultation meeting on Tuesday in Monrovia, Liz Director General Bridget Kafan called for strong interagency collaborations during the development of Liberia's second MCC compact.
For the president of the